Welcome to another video, another quick update. Today's going to be very, very quick because there's a lot going on in the world with everything that's happening with Russia and Ukraine and the United States. I wanted to keep today brief, give you guys some updates on what I'm seeing in the marketplace and really just give you an update on the portfolio. So the portfolio is definitely not doing good. It's doing better than it was a week ago, but it's sitting at about $6,000 out of almost $8,000 invested. And the whole basis for this campaign is I'm going to be giving this portfolio away. So every single month, I go and put a little bit more money into this portfolio and I dollar cost average across good projects that I believe in. Now, in the last 30 days or so, there hasn't actually been any revenue that come into the channel. So I should say that as well. In order for me to put money into this portfolio, I need to get you guys to purchase either stuff via the affiliate links below or supporting the channel with different offers that are on it. And every single dollar that goes into the affiliate programs that I get back, I end up putting into this portfolio. And as soon as we get to a 75 out of 100 on this scale, we're currently at about a 42. I'll be giving this away to a lucky winner. And the way that you enter is you literally just go in and comment on all of these videos, and I'll be going to the video that has the least amount of comments using a random comment generator or a random comment picker and picking that person and giving them the logins to this portfolio so that they own it completely. So very, very easy to win and enter. Make sure to go and comment on all of these videos. And as soon as we get to that 75 out of 100 on the CBBI, I'll be giving this away. So what's been going on? Let's start with a chart. We definitely towards the end of towards the end of January, we saw quite a low of 34k. Then we shot right back up to 45 at the first week of February, and we've since pulled back down and got as low as about 34,500, 34,600, and everything going on in Russia, which is kind of scary, kind of crazy at the moment. I've got friends who have family in Ukraine and also in Russia, and yeah, everything that's going on is just terrible. I'm not taking a side. I'm not saying this is bad or for and against different sides. Both Russian people and Ukrainian people are hurting, are being used in this process, which is essentially governments just bickering and complaining about trade. So yeah, I hope that it can end peacefully. My thoughts and feelings go out to those who have family in Ukraine or in Russia. And yeah, there's just not a lot of great stuff coming out of it. The market definitely reacted quite scared towards the end of February, and we've since had a bit of a relief rally. BTC currently in Ukraine is being sold at $20,000 over spot price. I believe that a lot of this volume is coming from purchases of that. What's happening from what I can see is Visa and MasterCard have disabled all Russian banks. So, and this is what I mean, it hurts everyone. It doesn't just hurt the people in power. So Russian people can't transact. They can't use Visa and MasterCards at the moment because Visa and MasterCard, an American company, has just decided that they don't want to service those people. So it's really hurting everyone here. So Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, is being used in these countries to try and get around that. The ECB is trying to push through legislation to really control and understand the transactional value of crypto, and to tax it and make sure that it's not used for illicit purposes. And finally, to stop Putin and the Russian government from being able to continue to trade using cryptocurrency. That's why they want to stop that. So there's definitely a lot going on. I think seeing above $44,000 Bitcoin price, I think this is very positive. We've definitely broken that downtrend. What I'm looking for now is confirmation above 50,000, and then 50 and 60,000, which could potentially come. My other assumption or prediction is that interest rates, which are supposed to be talked about by the FOMC on the 25th of March this month in the United States, I don't think interest rates will raise. I think quantitative tightening will continue, but I don't think we will see an interest rate raise, which will allow money to flow into traditional stocks as well as crypto. And looking at the traditional stocks, looking at the Dow Jones, we've seen roughly from early February to now, we've seen around an 8% drop. The S&P is very, very similar. We've seen, from mid-February to now, we've seen around a 6.5% drop. And from the NASDAQ, we've seen, where are we, 10th? Down to where we're at now, we've seen about an 8% drop. So, traditional markets are definitely reacting the opposite to what Bitcoin is. Gold has definitely headed up from the 10th of February, about here to now. Gold is up. It's peaked at around 8%, but really it's kind of sitting at around, where are we? Around 6%. So, it kind of looks like crypto or Bitcoin has flipped as a risk asset and gone back into an asset that people can de-risk into out of traditional stocks. But there's just a lot going on right now, and it's definitely an uncertain time. I'm not looking at taking any new positions. I'm still dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, Ethereum, although they've kind of been flashing a signal. Although they've been flashing a signal for me to not actually be buying, I'm just holding steady. Fear and greed index sitting at a neutral of around 51. Last month it was sitting at a 20, and Bitcoin dominance is up to a 43.1. The interesting thing about Bitcoin dominance is as we start to move up in Bitcoin dominance, alts start to bleed a little bit more. Where are we? Alts start to bleed a little bit more. Let's just have a look over the last month. So literally the start of the month, 41, and now we're seeing it about 43. If we look at history in the last 12 months, if we look in kind of May or April, March, April, Bitcoin dominance was around 60%, with Ethereum being around 11%. And then, towards mid-April, Bitcoin dominance got down to 51, Ethereum to 12. And then by, mid-May, which is when we saw most of the peak of the market, Bitcoin dominance had dropped down to just under 40%, and ETH was at 20%. So a lot of the flow of capital had moved out of Bitcoin into Ethereum, and it generally does this in the Bitcoin dominance, showing you that quite clearly. So there's definitely a lot going on, a lot to unpack. The crypto portfolio is definitely not doing well, and I don't actually have more money from this month to put into it. I might even throw a little bit more XPR in coming next month. But jumping into the news. So let's just take a minute. I'm going to talk a little bit about Ukraine. I'm no expert when it comes to this. I definitely feel for those that are affected, and my heart goes out to anyone that is affected by this. So we saw a very positive close for February of 43,000 on the average, and we're still deviating quite well below the predicted Plan B stock to flow model as per that image. This is a very interesting side of things. So this is quite a long read. I'd recommend reading the whole thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you to keep this video somewhat small, but Putin didn't just invade Ukraine on the 24th of the 2nd, 2022. He officially ended the petrodollar system. How? Remember, Russians don't do anything without a plan. They and China have been prepping for this moment for years, and they're now ready. So China-Russia will ditch the dollar. In 2015, 90% of the bilateral transactions were conducted in dollars. By Q1 of 2020, 46, so almost half of the bilateral transactions were conducted in dollars. De-dollarization results in de facto alliance, and they've been doing this since 2014. It's when, not if. So Russia has actually come out and said that they are working on some kind of trade currency, whether it's a cryptocurrency or a CBDC. They are working on something. They're working on something with China. Now, to unpack a little bit more of this, there's pipelines going through, gas pipelines going through Ukraine that power a lot of Europe. A huge amount of energy being oil as well as gas comes from Europe and comes from Ukraine. No, let me correct myself again. Comes from Russia and is then distributed throughout Europe and powers a lot of Europe. So Russia is a very, very important part of the European system, and without it, a lot of luxuries will disappear. So I'm definitely watching this closely, and I know I've said it like 3 times already, but my heart and my thoughts go out to those that have anyone in Russia or in Ukraine. Price at which 19 million Bitcoin last transacted. So there's three main clusters. This is from Plan B as well. Current cycle, 9 million Bitcoin is greater than $20,000. So that's a little over half. A little under half, I should say. 2017 ATH and Aftermath, 5.5 million Bitcoin, which is under $20,000. And early BTC price history, 2009 to 2016, $4.5 million Bitcoin, under $2,000. And a lot of those are probably lost, including the million of those Satoshi coins. So there's a huge amount, more than half, that has a price of $20,000 or more, which to me says that there is an awful lot of support above $20,000 all the way up to $69,000, and that's the basis of support and resistance. The more people purchase at $20,000, the more support there is there, and so on and so forth. So this is actually really, really cool representation to understand, and it breaks it down a lot further into detail. $40,000 is a very large amount of support. If you look here, there's close to 4,000, about 3.8 million. BTC has been bought at the $40,000 price point, and that is above where we are right now, or below where we are right now. This is very cool. North Vancouver to be the world's first city heated by Bitcoin. So North Vancouver's local energy utility company has announced it will be partnering with Mint Green to create heat for the city using renewable energy from Bitcoin mining. Very, very cool. This dropped just a couple of days ago before we had a massive, massive pump. eBay to add crypto payment options soon, says CEO. So this it could be really, really huge, as eBay is a massive, massive platform, and they do a lot of transactions. This amount has actually gone up to around $38 million, and there's about $5 or $6 million in NFT sales currently. So there's been almost $38 million sent to Ukraine in aid via Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Polkadot, and a couple of other ones as well. So there's the Pussy Riot founder has got Pleasure DAO, and they're launching a DAO for Ukraine. Yeah, so go and actually see the addresses here, BTC and ETH. A lot of these addresses have actually been had the money removed from them and taken to an exchange, so you can't see the full amount anymore. A record 76.5% of all Bitcoin has not moved in at least 6 months, which is very, very positive. 77% of family offices are interested in or involved in crypto. Bitcoin is securing generational wealth, literally. So family offices are really, really wealthy families that have an office dedicated to managing their wealth. They're one of the smaller investment firms of the world. Bitcoin overtakes the Russian ruble. So the Russian ruble has lost a huge amount of value, around 20% on Monday, I think I saw here. And the one good thing that I'm seeing, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I know in Australia, they're pulling Russian-made vodka off the shelves in an intent to stop supporting Russia. The Ukrainian government has encouraged exchanges to ban Russian accounts, which I don't think is fair at all. Like, this is just hurting the people that have nothing to do with what's going on. There's a lot of Russian people that are saying publicly that they are Russian and they don't support what's going on. So I think trying to ban or trying to have Binance, Kraken, Coinbase freeze Russian crypto accounts is just not fair. It's like saying you're from Australia and therefore you shouldn't be allowed to have crypto. It's just not fair. So it's good to see Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, and a number of other exchanges are actually standing up and refusing to do that. So that's pretty much it. There's definitely a lot going on in the space. I've been quite bullish this last couple of days, seeing the positive price movement of crypto. Again, it's one thing that's helped me really get my mind off what's going on in the real world. I think having kids has really opened my eyes to how lucky we are being born into a country that isn't going through a war. And it just makes me want to hug my kids, hug my family, make sure that letting them know that I love them, and reaching out to friends that do have people or family in Russia or in Ukraine. So my thoughts, prayers go out to anyone involved in this, and hopefully we can continue to move forward and make some positivity out of this, and hopefully it doesn't have to happen again. But we just got through COVID, and then all this is happening. It's rough. Alright guys, that's it for me. Cue the outro and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to support the channel, go and download my Crypto Fast Start Guide by going to cryptofaststartguide.com. I'm also giving away $100,000 in crypto. All you have to do is go and watch this video and the previous 7 videos and comment on it to be in the draw to win. Make sure you go and check out Max Wright's webinar. He's talking about a trading where $10,000 invested wisely today can give you a passive income of $100,000 per year in just 18 months if you take this easy step today. So go and register for this webinar. There is a lot of great content in there. You're going to learn a lot as a bare minimum, and it's going to completely change your life as a maximum. The link is in the description for this webinar. It's also up here. If you have crypto and you want to earn up to 8%, use BlockFi. You can sign up using the link on the screen there or the link in the description. You can also borrow against your cryptocurrency rather than triggering capital gains events. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a tax accountant, so I'm not actually giving you financial advice, but I'd definitely recommend speaking to someone who knows your situation. You can actually get $250 in crypto as a bonus when you transfer $100 or more into this wallet. And then finally, grab a crypto.com card and grab a crypto.com account. You can get a free $25 sign up bonus by going to this link. And the beauty of this is you can transfer crypto to your card and be able to spend it real time in shops. So as always, support the channel because the more I get support from these affiliate offers, the more I'm actually putting into this campaign in order to give away to you guys. So that's it from me. I really enjoyed making this video for you. If you really enjoyed this content and you like these short kind of punchy videos, make sure to leave a comment below and just give me some feedback there. Again, make sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.